All right.
Here is Mr. Flumuse. You know, helping us out. Thank you.
By the way, he also attended the CCSS.
He also did.
It's a whole Compre family here at NBC. You guys are you're at home right now, all right?
Yeah.
So right now we're going to talk about 47 great years for the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School. Welcome to the program. Let's get the names here with us this morning.
So we have Vice Principal Anne Gifford Elcock. She's a past student of 1992.
That's right.
We have Ronell Biscombe, who's a teacher, and also a past student from 1998. Cody St. Louis, am I correct? I did not get your past student yet. If you are a past... 2002.
So we have a whole line of past students here, boy.
So Kurt not that old.
Class of 97, yeah. Class of 97. Chelsea, class of what? Where?
Let's not, okay? All you need to know is I'm the baby in the room, okay? I left together with Mr. Joseph.
Wow. Okay.
All right. When I left, I took Mr. Joseph with me. We were like, "Sir." Yes, I was like, "Sir, let's go. You've had enough. You've had enough. These children that I'm leaving behind, they don't good." Yes. But it is a pleasure to have you guys here this morning. And we would like to know from you all everything that is going on at CCSS right now in commemoration of this 47th anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Nadia, for the invitation.
No problem.
We're glad to be here. So CCSS is celebrating its 47th anniversary, and COVID is not going to stop us.
That's
so
right.
We're doing that in a big way. So from the 3rd of March, we have been rolling out different themes, subspace during the month. We started with our,
the main. I'm gonna say what I remember.
All right. Yes.
But what remains, what resonates with me is the theme and what it means to be CCSS. And any CCSS past student, I'm hoping you can hear me good.
Yeah, loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay. Any CCSS past student knows that you know, like every other secondary school, you do all of your subjects and you get your CXCs, but there is just something that somehow gets installed in you, and then every other CCSS student can recognize it even after you.
It alters your DNA.
Exactly. And you know, it may not be specific to our school, but I know for sure it's there. It's there, and for me, that's what it means to be CCSS. It's almost an identity. It is something that is recognizable regardless of where you are in the world.
We would not have our swag from way back. You know? You what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
those of us who went before, we make sure that those who come after
for
get
people like her, when she came in, she walked
into.
Especially the girls, you could always tell a Comfrey girl. I don't know, I don't care what people say, but you can always tell a Comfrey girl. Like you're like, it's like, okay, you didn't go to convent.
No.
And you're definitely not a Hess girl.
That's right.
But it's just that thing about you.
Yep.
Precisely. And that for me, that's what it is. That's what it means.
It's that thing about you. You used to walk by the huts.
Yeah. That's what it means. Sadly, the new Comfrey girls don't have that, but hopefully that's going to change, yeah?
Y'all need to
So we are observing our month, one of the theme, as I said, what it really means to be Comfrey.
Yeah.
And our sub-themes for each week has been great. So we started with
CCSS sports through the years.
Sports through the years, yes. And
then we had
which house has been the dominant house throughout the years?
I'm going to have to take the mic from you.
Oreo!
Let's stop right there. Heron.
We're right here, 3-2.
I'm torn. I was going to wear my Heron shirt today.
I'm Oreo.
I would have, but I had to represent a little for the vice principal, so she would not feel left out. Thank you.
It just hurts. These
Oreo has the most championships in terms of sports in competition.
Overall.
Thank you very much.
Really?
Yes. You had a powerhouse like Mr. Branch. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Okay, so
Mr. Branch was an institution.
So we started our month with our sports, highlighting our sports through the years. Then we went on to highlighting what we are known for, what makes us really Comfrey is the diverse subject that we do. And so for that week, We highlighted our technical and vocational departments, our subjects.
Right.
And incidentally, so is our mechanical engineering teacher.
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's phenomenal.
Do y'all still make people stand on the chassis when they do bad things?
Yes.
Wow. I remember that.
You'll be pleased to
That
know
was
the
Mr.
chassis is
Maffrey.
still there.
Mr. Austin was like,
I'll
you
put
bring
you
very
to stand on
bad
the
class. Stand up
yes.
on the chassis.
Put you to stand on the chassis.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yes.
I remember those days,
That
boy.
still exists, and like everything else, you know, again coming back to our theme, what it means to be all of this is entwined in there, you know, and it's something only someone who attended the school would know. It's like a
That's right.
secret almost, and that's what makes it so good.
That's
you
right.
know. But coming back in myself, attending the school and then coming back to teach later on, it really feels at home. It feels like I left the day before.
Right.
Except now I have, you know, more scope. I can now see things from a different perspective and get the inner workings of the school. But at heart, the school is exactly the same. Anyone
That's
who
true.
walks through those gates
That is true.
Like you just picked up from where you left off.
would feel like graduation was yesterday,
True,
and this
true.
is the day after, you know.
For real.
And that's what we want to bring back, that nostalgia. We're trying to rally as many people on our social media pages as possible. We have people all over the world, you know, chiming in. Like me said, the first week was generally about sports. So we had the houses coming through. We have frames on Facebook that people can use.
How do I get the frame?
CCSS
I don't even have the frame on my
CCSS and the name of your house,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
or
just
CCSS
search.
47 for the general frame.
So just search for it
Yeah.
and
When
then
you
It's
go
been
to the
trending for
frame
the past few
gallery,
weeks. So
yes.
once you type in CCSS,
Uh-huh.
it should
It
be
should
one of
come
the
up.
first few results.
In
it
the
pops up.
frames,
Okay.
yes.
There's one for,
I'll
there's
do
one
that.
for
Remind
each
me.
house.
I'll do that
Or
today.
you could go on my Facebook page and you just
And
go
just
with-
look
and
at the
try
picture,
my
I guess,
frame.
yeah.
Try out your frame.
And
Okay.
try out the
All right.
frame.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a heron one, right?
I actually have the general one. I didn't
The
know there was a
general one?
heron
Put
one.
the heron
So
one.
there's an Oriole one, right? There's an
Yes,
Oriole-
There's one
Yeah,
for each
for
house.
sure.
So you
There's
put
one for each house.
CCSS
Uh-huh.
and the name of your house.
Okay.
And it will
Oriole.
pop up Oriole, Finch, Amazona, and of course Heron.
All right.
Biggest house there.
All right. I'll do that today.
For the other activities, we also have, the third theme would be CCSS stars to the year. So this is where we would highlight our present stars, meaning the students who are there, and our past stars. So we have been asking, you know, alumni to send us videos, and they can do so right now on the same Facebook page.
That's right.
Just send us a short interview
We'll
of
send you.
yourself.
We'll send you this video.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah,
that's
that's
right,
good.
exactly.
Yes,
I'll
yes.
be
And
there.
just
Yeah.
you know, just tell people what
Yeah.
it means to you to be CCSS.
Yes.
I haven't gone through those halls. It's a short video. Doesn't have to be long. So if you're hearing us out there, keep the
Yes.
videos coming. Let us celebrate ourselves as Compre.
Where do they send the video to? To the Facebook page?
They
or-
can
yes.
send it to the page. We can mine it from there. So the CCS Global Alumni page, the
Uh-huh.
CCSS Compre
Official.
Official.
Official, okay.
page,
Cassius Comprehensive Official.
Cassius Comprehensive Official, sorry, and the CCSS Global Alumni.
Uh-huh.
Either way, we can get the videos from there because these are the
Yeah.
pages that we administer.
All right.
administrate.
Nice.
So-
Nice.
And they can also subscribe to the YouTube channel so they would see it in their feeds. As
Beautiful.
we post them, yeah.
So how was the response? How has the response been so far?
It's been
Very
coming.
competitive. I think that's the best way to
Okay.
say it.
Yes.
Everything becomes politicized, like she said, as to whether or not there was some involvement here in the houses. So everything you post ends up being a discussion about the
Yeah.
houses.
True.
You know, but it's been fun and of course brings back memories. Anyone who has been following would see we posted some older photos and videos as well of the school, previous teachers, previous activities we've had. You know, and like anything else, Compre's creativity has never ended. It's almost infinite. So when you look back, you see all of the things that we've actually tried and done, and they were successful. And you almost forget that you've done all of this because you know you're now dealing with the current times and all of that. So that's what we're trying to remind people of, not what we're going through right now, but what we have gone through. You know, what we have persevered through, and that is what we're trying to remind everyone.
My CCSS strong. All right. So tell us more about the other activities. Cause we spoke about sports. What other activities are planned for the month?
Good. So we mentioned our sports. We did our
Stars.
technical vocational.
Right.
We did our stars last week into this week. And so we now ending last week and on Wednesday we have a grand premiere. Now I don't want to unveil
Grand
a secret.
premiere.
It's a secret.
Alright.
So stay tuned. Log on to our YouTube page.
Uh-huh.
Log on to our Instagram
Like,
and to
follow,
our
subscribe.
and to our Facebook page
Comment.
for this surprise. I'm not going to tell you what it
It's a
is.
surprise.
It's a surprise.
At any
So
time
yesterday,
Oh.
Yesterday I was
wanna know
busy,
the
busy,
surprise.
busy trying to put that surprise together.
Exactly.
You,
Exactly.
Chelsea, believe me, you're going to love it.
All right, all
You're
right.
going to love it.
So
Okay?
we have a schedule, but we won't disclose the time. Just make sure you're looking out for it.
So just be
Alright.
on the lookout for that surprise.
On Wednesday.
Next, next week.
No,
It's
from
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh,
Every
Wednesday.
every
Tomorrow.
Wednesday there's a
Every
premiere,
Wednesday
so-
something new comes in because the anniversary is going to be closed on Wednesday next week
Okay.
with our ecumenical service, and so
Ah.
we worked the symmetry in there too.
All right. So it's,
Ensure that
it's a
everything
build up.
is
It's a
full.
build up.
That's right.
All right,
That's
all
right.
right.
Now, we've been hearing a lot of talks from past students of the Cashews Comprehensive School, but what about the present day students? The students, attending right now, what is their response to it? Are they getting, their parents involved, other people in the community? What are things that they can do to, raise more awareness for the activities going on in the school?
That's a good question. That's one of the things that we realize that have not been happening as we expect. Because the challenge is that our students now are in the virtual world, and that's the difficulty now in getting them in tune with what's happening. And so during the course of this week, we're making a special effort to get them on board. So we have our house chant being unveiled, our school jingle. So all of these activities are going to take place during the course of this week into next week to get our current students on board in that celebratory, festive mode.
Nice.
Also, we're trying to get to them so that they can post special, because we're celebrating our staff. So Wednesday's premiere is celebrating our staff. So the special I talk about, I'm giving you a hint, is celebrating our staff.
All right.
And so we are asking our students through our homeroom sessions beginning on Thursday, our first homeroom session for the week. We are asking them to post on their statuses, on their stories, a special message to this teacher who impacted their lives, throughout the years. For me,
Our
it was
teachers.
Mr. Warren.
Can I do
For
it?
me,
Can I
it
do
was
it?
Mr.
I
Warren.
know,
Can
right?
I do it, right?
Now would be a
Okay.
great time,
Yes.
yes.
All right.
And
Okay.
and of course, we don't want to exclude our past students. So if there are any past students who want to go on and do that as well, that's fine. Use the same pages. We will appreciate, we will share, we will let you have that voice. And so just go out there, share. We are 1,000 strong.
That's
Whether
right.
you attended CCSS for 3 years or 5
5
years,
or
you
2
are a
years.
product of CCSS, and we want you to feel the spirit and bring it home to us.
That's right.
Our teacher, like Mama Daniel, was my homeroom teacher,
Wow.
and
She's not the principal.
yeah,
so-
principal now. And then Miss Gabriel was my food and nutrition
Mine too.
teacher.
Mine too.
Oh,
Mine
Yeah,
too.
one of my favorite teachers, hands down, Miss Gabriel. And then I also loved Miss Passad. That was my craft
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
My favorite teachers of all time
We have had some
at my
good
time at
persons,
You
CCSS.
will be pleased to know that the kiln is still.
It's still there. It's still working too.
Yes.
It's
What
important.
did you make? I made this little.
We made pots and a lot of
And
tie-dye
diced it
stuff
and-
and
yeah.
So you did
for
craft?
class. Yeah, the craft. For
Okay.
CXC.
Well, that's the beauty of Cashews Comprehensive, that even if you didn't like Nigel do it all the way through to CXC, you get exposed to that
Yeah.
multitude
So you-
of
you live a
areas. So you
skill.
really can find what your skills are, what your joy is, what your
Did the
passion
school
is.
introduce any new subjects? Technical subjects?
In recent times?
No.
No, not that
What,
I'm
what we
aware.
have done is done a little bit of diversifying. So in areas like mechanical engineering, for example, it's actually made up of 4 different areas: engineering, drawing, welding. So we're trying to bring back this separation so that you can experience each part of it and not just the entire thing as a whole. Especially for the Form 2s, because again, there's a lot of synergies in the industry nowadays.
Right.
Where you can be hired as just a mechanic who may not have other experiences, wiring experience, stuff like that. So not to go into the details, but these are the kinds of relationships we're trying to set up,
Nice.
so that the trend can transition from concrete to the next school, fairly.
I pray for the day when CCSS has studio engineering, audio engineering.
Our
as a
music
subject.
program is getting there.
It's getting there?
Definitely
That's
getting
good,
there.
that's
Are we working on getting that program?
Yeah, actually, we would during the summer. Was it last year, Mr. Celestine?
I believe
We
it was
visited that
last year.
studio of Rodney Bay
Yeah.
to develop that partnership with them to get our students into the sound engineering component of our music.
So-
And
Beautiful.
they were featured in the video the first week's video, when we did the vocational department. So
Okay.
see some of that in there also.
That's actually quite interesting.
Yes.
Now, CCSS has been known for making the students choose the subjects that they're going to pursue at a CXC level from Form 2.
Yeah.
That's
A
right.
lot of people, a lot of other schools don't really understand why that you guys do that. And I think we could use this opportunity today to just let people understand certain things that go on at CCSS and why we do certain things the way that we do these things. Because from Form 1 to Form 2, we're doing at least 40-something subjects.
Yeah. You
43.
try everything out.
You try everything.
Forty-
You try everything.
flavor, and then you choose your favorite.
And then you narrow down.
Yeah.
So at the end of Form 2, you would have been exposed to all our 43 subjects, and then you can decide. Well, begin to decide, because even then you still have a chance to try it out and decide. Okay, I've tried this out, but I think I should do this instead. And so you can come back and reselect what you're going to do at the CSEC level. So it's not a one shot at selection. You try it out and then you decide the fit for you.
Yeah, the other advantage is even pre-COVID, of course, we did not foresee COVID, but pre-COVID, we were already seeing an increase in the subscriptions for the technical and vocational areas. And ironically, COVID came around and everyone else is realizing, but yes, you need more hands-on stuff. When our systems, if you want to call that, fail us, what's left is the person who can farm, the person who can grow crops, who can do agriculture, the person who can fix vehicles, do maintenance, and that is what has further driven now this almost revamping or re-energizing of those areas in the school, and that's what, and it's a comprehensive school, one of the only on the island, so that is again what we're trying to push. So choosing your subjects in Form 2 definitely has its advantages, and
Choosing in Form 3, said Form
in
2.
Form 2, sorry.
In Form 3.
In Form, well, yeah,
At the end of Form 2, yes.
Form 2.
Yeah.
It definitely has the advantages, and we're seeing a lot of the young people wanting to go into those areas, the industrial area.
And I also think that for students who may not be who may not fit easily into an area but who have an interest in the area, it gives them a little bit more time to get to the level that they need to be successful in that area. So I think that choosing our subjects at the end of Form 2, I mean, all of us here, we experience that.
Yeah.
I even go to the clothing and textile. In
Yeah,
my time.
no, I mean, really.
I was
it's-
like, wow.
Unfortunately, in our times, they didn't have information
I did too.
technology, but we did
Imagine
typewriting
restoring,
and
yeah.
all of these things, and these are skills that, I mean, I don't type, but I type. If you get what I'm saying,
Exactly.
and these little skills that you learn throughout the years at CCSS, and it gives you enough time to accumulate some basic knowledge that you can apply at every facet, at every stage of your life, without even knowing it, because at this young age it's been engraved
right.
in you.
So CCSS
And
makes you
funny
a
enough,
jack of all
Nigel, you
trades.
just said that about clothing and textiles, and that's exactly what we have. We have students who are in my shop welding one day, and they're in the FNN lab cooking the next.
Yeah.
And they
It was
also
really
start
nice
on the
experience.
football
Yeah.
field. So
Yeah,
that is what we
yeah.
that's what we're pushing the
It just,
diversity.
yeah.
If I lose a button, I know how to sew it back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Basic stuff, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know how to sew
So-
it back, and you
so-
don't have to tell a person child sew the button
That's
for you.
right. So every
Independence.
child, every student who have gone through the halls of CCSS live with some level of skill. And so choosing the subject at the Form 3 level, at the end of Form 2, as Ms. indicated, would allow them more time to build on that skill. Because it's not just pure academic, it's a skill kind of thing. So
Right.
so it allowed them that opportunity to develop that skill in preparation for whatever the assessment is.
Yes.
So whether it is CSEC or CBQ, it prepares them for that.
And the school is vocational, and you have a lot of practical classes as well, as opposed to just theory classes. We have moved into these virtual times. How has that affected class, like grouping students who do have those subjects that require a lot of practical effort?
Well, we've actually diversified ourselves too as teachers and as a department. So we do a lot of tutorials now. A number of teachers actually see the opportunity and they record the sessions in advance. So you basically interact with no one, but you go through the process and then you can post that so that you can view later on. Because the funny thing is everyone, sees the merit in virtual schooling, but there are some challenges, and one of them is timing. We would love for every student to be available at the same times during the day. They would have been available if they were physically at the school, but that's not exactly feasible in every case. And being able to post something online that the students can view at their time when it's convenient for them has helped a lot. I personally do a lot of walkthroughs in my shop, so I physically go to the school and have a live class there. So the surrounding, the background seems familiar to them. They remember what it is to be there, and that has helped them cope as well.
What about assessment? With the way things have changed in terms of schooling, how do you grade the students now? Because it's a whole different ball game right now.
It is.
How do you grade your students at the end of the semester?
Well, it's continuous assessment. So we cannot rely on the summative kind of assessment that is the tradition for formal schooling. So what we have done last term into this term is to have the continuously assessing the students through the tasks that they do. So it's not a one shot thing, but gradually accumulating the grades. So at the end of the term, they get this.
Are they performing better with this new way of learning? Are they performing better?
Well, students who would have been struggling before get the chance to succeed. But our challenge is students attending the live classes, because teachers are having live sessions. So it's twofold. So you work at your own pace, but you also have live sessions with your various subject teachers. And so our challenge is for students to attend those live sessions. So some of them would go onto our official page platform, which is Moodle, and they will do whatever is posted there. But they miss out on the opportunity to interact with the teacher in the live session. So that's our challenge.
So do they lose points for that? Is the live sessions compulsory? Like,
well, it depends on the department, I think.
Yeah, and the subject as well.
And the subject.
Because I'll give you an example, Miss, not to cut you short, but if I posted how to go about welding something during the day, I did a live class with that. As much as you can read the step by step, you've never seen it happen. So when I quiz you, you can recall the responses, and that's fine. But if you had to hold a torch in your hand, you very well may not have, the dexterity and the movement required to get the task done. And like you said it earlier, we're a vocational school, we're a technical school, so that is a very important aspect to us in all the subjects, in architecture, building technology, electrical technology, and it's something that we definitely want to maintain. We don't want that standard to drop where that's concerned. But in terms of assessment, like you asked, we were already doing a lot of application-based questioning.
Okay.
And funny enough, that has just become the norm across the board, even in other areas. So you put the student in a scenario so that they can start to get from their toolbox of skills and talents they learned and figure out what to do, apply the information and the knowledge that they
So with some students who may have difficulty in terms of accessing classes, not having a device, what has the school or anyone done to help assist them?
So that's, you asked the question earlier, whether it's mandatory that they attend the live classes. Right. As much as there's not a yes or no to that question, because we also have to bear in mind that there are students out there who do not know what's the exact situation, whether they have access, whether they have to share with their siblings, whether they have to go out of their homes to an access center to get the internet, or borrow from the neighbor who's not home at the time. So there are various scenarios that we're not fully aware of, but we know that what's out there. And so while we would like them to attend the live session, we will not say that it's mandatory. However, they need to inform us why they have not attended. Okay. So at the end of every week, the teachers would submit to admin the names of the students who have not attended those live sessions, and we follow up to find out why.
Okay.
So there's a lot of following up.
About just reaching out, we do needs assessments, and we try as much as possible to. I mean, every teacher has gone from having their own personal life right now to
What's that? I don't know that.
exactly we don't know what that is right now.
Yeah.
We don't know what that is.
As far as
right
I'm concerned, teachers
So,
never had
now.
personal
You know,
lives.
calling a student
Well,
literally
it's worse now, but
on the
hey.
phone to find out, are you okay today? You know, are you up for work today?
Or the
It's a
parents.
norm
And
now.
keeping up with
Wow.
parents,
Yeah, it's
parents
a
who
norm.
have issues.
So it's more work.
It
a lot more
is
work.
a lot more work,
Wow.
I believe, being online than being at school, because at school, children come to school, and yes, there are issues to deal with that we have to deal with as teachers, but we have an entire support system right there at school. But when we're at home, we're alone.
Yeah.
We have us
You-
and our
you've
families, and some of us
separated
don't
the
have
parts of it,
that
machine.
level of support that some of us may necessarily need. But we have to deal and provide that support to our students and their parents. So it's a lot more work now. But I have to say that the teachers at CCSS have really stepped up and stepped out to
Oh, yeah.
ensure that the students are not left behind. And that's something that, I mean, it's one of the reasons why coming up to this anniversary, we're giving students an opportunity to just say thank you to the teachers who have made an impact, not only today, but if today a teacher has made a real impact, then please share it and let us
Yeah.
know so that we can.
Yeah,
I miss-
I'll record my video.
Yeah, Miss that, and I mean, Miss Elcock is here with us. Not to put her on the spotlight, but we are on the spotlight. But yes, in spite of everything that's going on, you know, a lot of people may not have been as enthusiastic about the anniversary, and Miss Elcock has really been a driving force. She did not want it to just be bland and just say, you know, we celebrating something. She's literally been bothering me, you know, to
Like a
somehow, to somehow get the time to make it happen. And even being here this morning, all of this is her doing. I definitely have to say thank you to her for that.
I agree.
And
I agree.
yeah,
Alright.
and that's what CCSS is about, you know.
We are
It's not-
resilient.
there's no, I guess there's no I in CCSS.
I don't know.
You probably
There's
say
no
that.
I.
There's no I.
There's no I.
I have a
Right.
little
There are
off
so
question
many
this morning.
ideas.
At one point, was there a change of the logo or something? I recall seeing something
Yeah,
about.
because I was see urgent.
Yeah.
No more.
What
shall do it?
happened?
Now, I do not know at what point this happened, but there was an attempt to redesign the logo and put it into kind of a circular kind of frame.
Right.
I don't think it went well because now I think I'm going to leak out something. Yesterday during my business, I discovered, you know, sometimes you go for your school life. You come back as admin and you don't fully understand or appreciate the beginning of your school.
Right.
Yesterday I got the chance to really appreciate this logo on my shirt. Do you know what it means, sir?
What does it
Splendor of
mean?
Is it a giant sea egg?
It looks like a sun.
See,
It
No,
looks
it's
like a
supposed to.
sun.
I
It's a
It's
sun.
a burst of
Oh,
sunshine.
sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, really?
remember
And
that.
that's
Our
how
new
we use it
beginning.
to this day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Well-
And it ties
Yeah.
into our anthem, salutation of the dawn.
Yeah.
My 5 years out of school, I always thought it was a sea egg. I'm sorry.
There you
Because
go.
behind the school there were a lot of sea eggs, so I was like, okay, maybe.
Nah, Nigel, really?
Themed. It's
Nah,
more themed.
nah.
You
Wow.
thought it was themed.
So
Oh.
yesterday was very revealing to me, and I'm hoping that come Wednesday, I'm just giving you a little snippet into what happened on
Of course.
Wednesday.
Okay.
No, I'll
You
be
get to
honest,
understand
I
a lot
have
of
been
what it
teaching-
means to be Catfish Comprehensive.
I thought it was a sea egg.
No, it's not. It's a
Okay.
burst of sunshine.
Every
Must have
year we
sunshine.
have
Yes.
the anniversary, I learn something new.
You, I am going to say that
You know?
I do.
And I
learned
left the
something.
school a long time ago, so clearly, you know,
Hey, bro,
I'm
you
in
can't
arrears
talk
when it
about
comes to
long.
that.
You
But,
can't
yeah.
talk about long.
Yes.
Yes,
Mister, I left in O2. You cannot talk about long, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, there was an attempt to redo the school logo
Right.
and to include the motto and the school's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
when you
didn't
do
go
that,
down
you
the first.
lose the essence of Catfish
Yeah.
Comprehensive, which is this.
Right.
Including the back to front fee, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is what it means to be Catfish Comprehensive. Wherever you go and they see this,
Right.
compre.
So we're back to the original.
We're back to the
logo.
original.
All right, that's good. That's
We're
good.
back
That's
to the
good.
original.
What are some of your favorite activities that have happened so far for celebrating the anniversary this year?
This year.
I don't even know.
I guess it would be more behind the
That's
scenes
it.
because
Yeah.
again our approach is a virtual one. You know, we would have loved to have had something interactive, but we've had a more virtual approach. So for me, the just going back through some of the information and footage, like I was saying earlier, you realize some of the kind of crazy things that we've done in the past. We've hosted Carnival, for example, and that's the one that stood out to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone remembers that. You probably saw it as well.
I know.
Carnival on the field.
saw the carnival.
Yeah,
but
it's actually still on YouTube. So
I already
it's
left.
on YouTube right now. You
CCSS
can have
Carnival,
it.
alright.
I think
That's
I
right.
already left by that time.
And
so.
our signature, the literally signature Junior Creole activity.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
You know,
What?
so-
Our junior girl was awesome.
Exactly.
And then
exactly.
you had Mr. Joseph saying, you can invite whoever, but
No shady character.
character.
This one crosses the band. Just all the years.
That's the line there,
That is the line. No shady
No
characters.
shady characters.
Everybody who went to Cash's
Should have put up a
Comprehensive under
poster
Mr.
of what a
Joseph.
shitty character looks like.
I know,
I think we
right?
all knew.
I
what
think we
the
need to
character
ask
How do
him.
I know I'm with a shitty character?
I think we need to ask Mr. Joseph to draw us a picture, you know,
No,
of
no,
what a
no.
shady character.
You see, the thing is, Mr. Joseph said it in such a way that each and every one of us knew who the
Exactly
shady
what it was.
characters were.
Wow.
Yep.
And even if we were to be like, so we have shady characters among us, he was like, I'm talking to them. Okay?
Exactly.
So that was
So
the
that
Mr.
for me, that's
Joseph
what
thing.
stood out. You know, just looking back, looking back. I mean, everyone can
Reminiscing.
appreciate, you know, that history and looking at their lives and seeing where they are, kind of doing an analysis, like a reflection, and doing that. You see all of the positives. You really feel that you may be in a bad situation or you know, having a difficult time, but just looking back, you see the positives literally right behind you, and they're what's pushing you forward. Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
CCSS 47.
We the best.
We're ready for it. So
Yes.
again,
So-
give us the information so people watching the show, listening to the show right now, they have all the info necessary to be part of the celebrations for the 47th anniversary.
Good.
Okay.
So if you have not joined in the celebration and today is the first time you're hearing about CCSS 47, you're not too late. This week we culminate our month of activities with our premiere on Wednesday. Look out for it. It's a surprise and you'll be pleasantly surprised. We don't have a time. We don't want to say what time it's going to be premiered, but look out for it. Look out for the announcements.
It's a good
Look
time.
out for the teaser.
It's a good time. It's a time when you're relaxing.
Okay,
You're not
okay.
on the run. You're not moving about. It's going to be a good time.
Good.
Yeah.
So we trying to hype up this celebration by encouraging you to create our school jingle, a house chant. So as we culminate the month, we culminate on a high, and we are asking students also, past and present, to reach out to a teacher who has impacted your life and send them a personal message. So you post this on your statuses, on your stories, on whether it's Facebook or Instagram. So you reach out to your teachers to make them feel appreciated, particularly as we go through this pandemic.
Nice. So what's you're all former students, right?
Yes.
We
Which
are all
teacher-
former students.
Which teacher impacted you the most during your time at CCS?
For me, it was Mr. Warrell.
Mr. Warrell.
Warrell.
So much like
Mathematics.
he's actually my son's godfather.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
nice.
This is
For me, it was Mr. Mandrew because without him, I'd never pass math. And without him now, I don't think I'll ever be doing a
Yeah.
math course because
Yeah.
that's it. And when he died, it was
How do you pronounce his first name again?
Davindra.
What?
Davindra Mandrew.
Davindra Mandrup. All
I
right.
will not try.
I don't speak Indian. I don't have a chance.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, now they know the
But
answer.
for me, funny enough, I guess I'm a no surprise guy. I teach mechanical engineering. My mechanical engineering teachers, Mr. Dubois and Miss Chesney,
Uh-huh.
hands down.
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Chesney part of my life.
I don't know.
Okay.
Mr. is a good teacher.
All right.
That's
What is it for you, Nigel?
It's a combo. I would say because I did FNN for CXC, so I would say Miss Gabriel.
Miss Gabriel.
Yeah, Miss Gabriel was impactful. Yeah.
All right. For me, it was Miss Pia. It was hands down Miss Pia.
okay.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did literature and English. There's English A and English B. The only two subjects I got ones in, by the way.
That's okay, my
Mind
girl.
you,
That's alright. That's
I
okay.
broke the curse of no student getting a 1 in literature in over 20 years.
Nice.
And you did that.
When I
Oh,
did that.
Woo!
Yes, I
Alright.
did. That was
Alright.
I met that girl. And I remember walking out of that examination crying because I did not finish paper 2.
Uh-huh.
I was like, there's no way I'm getting that 1. Kiss it goodbye. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to cry. So when the results did come out, the first grade I looked for was math because I was terrible at math.
Play cricket for?
God bless Mandrup's soul.
Yes.
Soul. I
Yes.
was terrible at math. I got a 3. That was my best grade ever because I
Mine
did pass.
too.
Let me tell you.
Mine was a free too, you know.
That means I'm not doing math ever again.
Ever.
But when I did look up and I saw the 1 in literature,
Wow.
I screamed because I was like, how? I did not finish paper 2.
Yeah.
It was a piece of an essay. I was like, I must have done extremely well in paper 1.
Must have.
Well, as
So
an
I need
English
to get-
teacher, I can tell you that if you have a strong introduction and we can see where you're going, you're likely to get good grades.
Wow. So yeah, I got
Miss,
the
what you
1.
saying is that I did not have a strong.
That was the
No
only
idea
in
where I
that
was
class.
going.
No idea.
mind
We
you-
couldn't
yeah.
see it.
Mind you, my favorite subject at CCSS was POB, you know.
Really?
It was POB. I always, because I think what I learned at POB in my time, I have used that every single day of my life.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, POB, yeah, it did.
So was your teacher then?
What's my teacher in POB, boy?
Mr. Combi?
It wasn't Mr. For
Or
one,
Mr.
for one,
Joseph.
for one term, and then what am I gonna teach? And I can't remember right now.
Yeah, there were the two Mr.
I'm having a
Josephs.
senior citizen moment right now. Oh yeah, the short one. Yeah,
Alex-
yeah.
Alex Joseph.
yeah, Alex.
Alex, alright.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Now, you know, there's always that one teacher that impacted us, but for some reason, even though we were good students, there was always that one teacher we just couldn't help but stress. But they loved us anyway. Who was that teacher for you?
I'm gonna start
Okay.
off this one. So
Interesting question.
I felt like physics was a necessity,
Oh, boy.
especially to enter the field of engineering, which is what I was interested in. But I felt like it was just not working out ever. But yes, Mr. Bazio.
Mr. Bazio.
Mr. Bazio was.
Could you pronounce his last name?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself on television. It starts with H. It starts with H.
It's your
what I can
pad, yeah.
tell you. Something like that.
Yeah.
I used to say hope
I'm a,
something like that. Something
because I'm a language person, I made it my business to learn these names. Yeah, so
Okay.
it was not
Okay.
so hard
Alright.
for me. But-
No, I don't think I have a teacher like that because you guys started from 1. I didn't. I came in from Morocco.
Oh, okay, okay.
And we tend to be more mature students. So when I got to Catholic Comprehensive, I knew what I wanted. So I didn't have time to mess around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think I have a teacher I made their life miserable.
Oh.
Boy,
Not
remember
even
that?
unintentionally.
Rocco
No,
students.
That's what I was about to say. I need to be a Rocco student.
That was a different
It's true.
experience. you know.
That's why I said whether you come in for 3 years or 5
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
because
yeah.
most of us we met up with
They were
these
giants. Like,
students.
we were little.
Yeah, they were
The Rocco
17 and
students were
18
Yes.
in Form 3.
I'm telling you.
In fact,
They were
years
at
later,
least 3 years
Yeah.
older
Years
than
later.
you. And they came in doing the same subjects at the same level, and some of them had a few more challenges, but they came in with their groups and their cliques. But what I have to say about these Rockwell students, well, for those in my year especially, they came in ready to be part of the school. They made their contribution. It wasn't, by the end of Form 3, we were not thinking them
Yes,
Rockwell children.
Oh.
We were
They-
all compre
We
students.
never treated them like outcasts.
No.
initially
And
we did. We
when
wanted
they,
like
when
that.
they, yeah, when they
Eventually-
first come, because
eventually,
they
yes.
come into this group that we have from Form 1.
Yeah.
But by the end of the first term, they're so integrated. And I remember people like, well, in my year, Deidre and Tabifa and Serena and a few others who made a point of stepping forward and being, you know, the voice of reason, but at the same time being a part of our class, not being away from us, integrating, and it was wonderful. When they came.
in
And
my
maybe
time,
that's what makes Comfrey.
That's
the
right.
integration of all of those
teaches
students.
you how to collaborate. You understand?
Yeah.
It is.
In my
It's
time,
true.
it was Venus Cherry. Maji Blubber. Shout out to Maji Blubber.
And don't forget
Was
Renata.
that? Oh yeah, that was there too. No. And they basically became part of the family. You understand what I'm saying? Like we coexisted. Like we had a
And I
real.
say y'all didn't like them.
Who? No man.
They didn't
Me and that's never had any problems at school. Never had problems at school.
No, but I can't imagine it would
Yeah.
be difficult seeing, you know, a new set of
They were
students
just bigger than
coming
us
in.
and older than us. You check what I'm saying?
We were.
Yo, the Rockwell students came in and they were big Costo fellas. with a little fleck in there. Check what I'm saying?
Just enter
Who's
into
it?
it.
You know, bring in the school late. Check what I'm saying?
In our class.
Well, in my time, it wasn't just Rockwell students. It was
Yeah.
Rockwell and Dennery Senior Primary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Junior sec.
Junior sec, yeah, because
So, yes.
and there was also an Entrepot Junior sec before it became a full-fledged
Well, in my
school,
time,
and
it was
some of
just
them came
Rockwell
from there too.
yeah,
Well, in the earlier years.
In the
so,
earlier years.
Yeah.
So, Cassius Comprehensive is unique and will always be unique. And that's why we try not to compare ourselves with other schools, but just do our thing and be best at what we do.
Now, after the anniversary, how can past students be involved with the school? Because I know a lot of people want to be part of the school, but we don't know how to be part of the school. How can we stay connected with Cassius Comprehensive?
So can I give you a quick run through? We have the Global Alumni for a reason. It is global. It is for everybody who wants to make a contribution to the school. You contact us. We are in contact with the administration of the
Say
school.
who's us, miss. Say who's us.
The Global Alumni is made up of students from different years, and we decided to the page had been there already, but we decided to take charge of the page, revamp it, and kind of get people involved. So the person who was in charge of that revamping was Usha Deloney, Daniel Deloney Daniel. Sorry, Usha. Usha Deloney Daniel. I think she's class of 1992
That's
as
right,
well.
she was in my year.
And Michael Peterkin, who is the shop director currently at the school.
Okay.
Myself. Oh Lord, sorry, I'm forgetting the names. Rebecca, who was from class of 96 or 97 as well, I think.
Okay.
A couple of other people. Sorry, people. Sorry. I'm forgetting the names right now. But if you come to the page, you send a message. You will get a response from one of us.
Okay.
And and there's always something fun going on, like people asking if you remember shit or
That's Mr. Mandrick.
what
shit.
That's Mr. Branch.
or Mr. Branch.
Both of them.
And just to keep in contact. And I should not forget that Miss Danielle is also instrumental. She was very open to the Global Alumni coming in and getting involved with the school. And if it wasn't for her at that time, they probably would not have been as successful, just putting it all together. So Ms. Daniel has actually made a huge contribution to us being able to do what we do. So if you contact us, if you contact the school through the Cassius Comprehensive official page, anybody who is willing to help, who is able to help, who wants to do something is welcome.
Yeah, we gotta make CCSS
Well,
start winning
at
championships again. You understand? Football, basketball, volleyball. 'Cause we were dominant back in the days. So we want to bring back those winning days to Comfrey.
So we welcome the help in any form or fashion. Just send us an email at office@ccss.edu.lc and indicate to us how you intend to assist us. As we go through this pandemic, we have many students whose parents are out of work, and what we have attempted to do, what we have done, and it's an ongoing thing, is to prepare care packages for our students. So those persons who can assist us in continuing that effort, we welcome the assistance.
All right.
So let me just plug all our socials here right now.
Good.
So we'll start with our school's website. It is cassiuscomprehensive.org. Our YouTube page is Cassius Comprehensive. Facebook, it's Cassius Comprehensive Official. Instagram, CCSS Official. So these are our 4 main platforms which you can reach out to us in any way.
All right, go support, man. CCSS, let's connect
Good.
and make it happen. 47 years is an achievement. You
That's
understand what
right.
I'm saying?
That's right.
And you hear stories of some schools closing down, but CCSS it's there and
We're
strong. And I know
Good.
we have members outside of St. Lucia in the diaspora who want to be involved. Hopefully, the answer came from you this morning, and they can connect and contribute in some way or form to keep the love and the blood of CCSS going.
That's right. So before we end, Nigel, let me invite persons to join us on Wednesday, which is our official anniversary day.
At a surprise time.
That's next
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Next week, Wednesday, March 41st, is our official anniversary date. And so we're coming in this month of activities with a Thanksgiving service, ecumenical service at the Leclerc Catholic Church from 9 a.m. It will be live stream. we'll be sharing the links. We'll be asking as many persons as possible to join us in celebration of our 47 years of existence.
I choose Nigel to sing the school dance.
And it's unfortunate that people cannot join us
Physically.
live,
I can't
physically,
remember
but please join us
the school
online.
FM.
That is sad. That is sad.
Trust me, Nigel. Once you
Chelsea,
heard,
can
you
you sing
will
it?
2
go
days
sing
ago, I
along.
sang the anthem.
Do it now, do it now.
You
Nigel
man, I
looks
can't
like
do
the
that.
guy that
Okay.
just says,
You know how many-
Come on.
Okay,
So let you
so
I think you will.
let's test Nigel's
Come on,
skills.
Nigel. It's
So
not
after
look
two-
to this day.
After two,
Right.
1, 2. Look to this day, for it is like the very life of life.
Dum, da-dum.
In its because lie all the verities and realities of your existence, the bliss of
Look at my
God,
drums now.
the glory of action, the splendor of achievement. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this
I know
day.
your line.
Such is the salutation, Lord. The door. CCSS, we the best. All right.
Thank
I
you
know
so
you're
much.
saying go Nigel, and Nigel did not sing a word of that anthem.
I was direct,
said
quiet
the
You
directing.
were you?
Yeah, I was directing.
Okay, so show your corporate spirit. We have masks available at the school.
How much is the mask cost?
$20.
I'm gonna get a mask.
So come get your mask. Come show your corporate spirit.
You have
during
any in your vehicle?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, I'll get one.
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of
She'll
that.
bring it back for you.
All right, no problem.
I'm promising you
Alright.
that Mrs. Elcock is
Uh.
going to return here at some point this week with masks on sale for you.
All right, no problem.
Okay?
For you guys, because
Just tell us how many you
We have to represent. We have to
Right.
represent.
Yeah, we
But
got it.
thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Chelsea, for the invitation and for for having us.
No problem.
For the warm
Well,
welcome.
I think we need to stay in touch so we get updates from the school occasionally. So we keep St. Lucia
That's
and
right.
everybody informed
Now,
of what's
now I
happening.
have you.
Yes, no problem. Thank you for being with us this
Thank you
morning.
so much.
St. Lucia up next, DJ Ecstasy on Real FM, 91.3 in the north, 91.5 in the south, followed by New Spin of Timothy Polio, who is a former student of the CCSS. Timothy Polio at 12:30 today. And followed by Timothy Polio, we have Shoma Sinclair, aka DJ Collision, who is also a former student of the
There we
Castries
go.
Comprehensive
NBC
Secondary
made us
School.
CCSS.
Yeah, I tell you what.
I think he did it because he was in charge of hiring.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
All right, thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Chelsea.